Two there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive going. Back to the ground, this time with Freeman. Looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
Get out!
Off the play fake. Here's Ryan. He sets to fire deep. And that is caught. Touchdown, Falcons. Calvin Ridley, his 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Falcons get a bit closer. He has his 2 scores, but still a sizable deficit in this game.
Do you have him in fantasy football this week?
Unfortunately, no.
It's too bad, right? That would have been big points, but he is really trying to rally his team as best he can. Things are not going as well the rest of the way for them. That's why they're down with this deficit. He might need to score a couple of more times to give them a chance.
Here's Bosher to kick it away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. Ooh, the juke. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been had he simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The offense for the Cowboys now working their way back onto the field. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, you feel like you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score.
And a big loss here as he's taken down. Vic Beasley able to get in and run him down for a loss of 14.
Switch, hey. Good.
2nd down, Prescott. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And got his man complete. A big play here for Dallas. 42 yards. Well, we haven't been shortchanged on offense. Another fun play to watch there on the deep pass.
This game has the feel of, what, a turkey bowl, a Thanksgiving Day. You know, when we get together this year, when the Davises and the Gaudens get together, that's what our playbook's going to look like they're drawing them up in the dirt, and so far it's working for both of them.
Ricardo Allen, the safety, makes the stop. Now Prescott. He's going to loft one deep left. Now a clash of bodies here, and it's intercepted. Ricardo Allen with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The drive will start with a carry by Devontae Freeman. And they'll get him down up past the 15. They were looking for a cushion from that end zone. He gave it to him. 15 big yards.
I guess it's good we can't really read the mind of the defensive coordinator now, huh?
Had him pinned back there deep. Give up that. Devontae Freeman. They're not going to get him. 30. 10. Touchdown, Falcons. Devontae Freeman, 82 yards. And the Falcons have cut it to within a score. And that run massively increased his production in this game, and now he's over 100 yards.
And break out your calculator, partner, because his yards per carry went up significantly, right? Big-time jaunt all the way to the end zone.
Bryant tacks on the extra point, and that will get him one closer. Here's Bosher to kick it away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. The Cowboys offense heading back out and ready to go again. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part two, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Again, it's Elliott. And the window closes quickly. He'll only get up to the 22-yard line. On the tackle that time, Bruce Irvin.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
Back now in Arlington. It's the Cowboys with a football. They'll be looking to tack on to their lead as we get set for the fourth. Prescott from the gun on third. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up fourth down.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. And here's a big one now. Trying to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on fourth down.
47.
The Cowboys will go. Prescott. He hits Beasley right side. And he's got the first as they'll bring him down at the 28-yard line. Well, we kind of looked at each other as they decided to go for it. But in the end, great execution, a 6-yard gain, and it all works out. Here's Prescott. And the Falcons get there. The Falcons get the sack. Down he goes. Deion Jones. In from his linebacker spot. He's able to drop him for a loss of about 10. A second down throw for Prescott. Now he'll let it go deep left side. He's got a man complete. And he will finally go out of bounds just shy of the 40. A big play here for the Cowboys. And even 40 yards. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. A first down carry by Elliott. He'll fight forward for a couple down inside the 40. Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Yeah, think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking, yet at the same time not going so fast as to leave too much time on the clock.
Under. 46. It's coming now. Here we go 46. Here we go 46. Here we go 47. 26.
On 1st and 10, Prescott. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by Robert Alford. A critical error there in a tight game of the fourth.
All you talk about is taking care of the football, and especially with a lead here in the fourth quarter, turning it over, now the door is open for the opposition. Just in general, when you're passing in the fourth quarter with a lead, no matter at what point, you got to be super careful. Got to be careful, and sometimes you can be so careful. And for a third time tonight, he's intercepted. Chidobe Awuzie with a pick. And they take possession 2 yards away from midfield at the 48-yard line. Tenth carry now for Elliott. And he's going to be stopped up at about the 47-yard line. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right? This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game. Throwing, Prescott. Looking left side, he's got it, complete. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down.
47. Here we go 46.
Prescott on 3rd and 2. And he's able to hook up with Michael Gallup. Whistles now in a timeout defensively. So a wise move as they'll use the first of their timeouts to force one more play before the 2-minute warning. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. First down, Prescott. Dancing to his left. And this is going to be incomplete. Time for a break. We're back to see what happens after this. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35.
Let's go. Let's finish now.
Well, Prescott here to throw. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Isaiah Oliver with the INT. And nothing but green grass here, middle of the field. And he will score. Touchdown, Falcons. Ah, yes, the old tip drill works to perfection there.
Ah, you're bringing back great memories. Used to love that drill. And a lot of times in practice, you work on it, not just one tip, but multiple tips, just in case the ball stays in the air for a while, to have an awareness and the ability to go up and grab it, and then you want to get some blocking support and end up in the opposite end zone.
In that tip drill, what do you yell?
For us, it was Oski, okay? Oski was an interception.
For different teams.
Different teams have different ways of doing it. I've heard bingo, jackpot. The worst I ever heard, though, was Frankenstein. You don't want it to be a three-syllable word. Yeah. You want to get it right down and go. Oski is really the preferred word.
Oski. So here comes the kickoff now, all even here in this 4th quarter. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. And out now come the Cowboys. And following the pick 6, and they had decent field position in throwing that pick 6. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
But they told us, they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first.
And that run was what a lot of people call an explosive run. Gave them good yardage, solid yardage. They feel good about the whole thing, and they did it behind a 2 tight end set. It's always interesting to watch what offenses want to do with the 2 tight ends. Sometimes they line them up together for a power set. Sometimes they put one on each side of the line of scrimmage to balance things out. No matter what, though, when you see 2 tight ends on the field, your first thought is to think run. In this case, the offense was able to run successfully.
On 2nd down, Elliott. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and they're left with a 3rd and 8. The Cowboys on 3rd down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 8.
Here we go.
Now Prescott. Eluding the pressure right. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete. 4th down now, and defensively, Charles, you know, they're just asking this crew for one more stop.
And you know that they're feeling the momentum right now, but they have to be very careful not to get over-exuberant, overexcited, and blow an assignment and give up the big first down.
Tie game, 4th quarter, and they're going for this thing on 4th down. Prescott. Escaping the pressure right. And no, it's incomplete. Jason Garrett might be wanting to reconsider the decision to go for it there. And the Falcons will take control of the football.
Funny, I was just like you. Super Bowl Sunday. Put the facts.